afternoon, everyone. My name is Amrit, and thanks for the welcome. And I want to talk about circular economy and lithium batteries and what we can do with this growing lithium challenge that we face. So the world uses lithium batteries everywhere, every day. Everyone on them probably has at least one, if not more, lithium batteries. They're the technology now for storing energy in your mobile phones, in your electronics, and even to powering cars as well. They come in all shapes and sizes. They last longer, they perform a lot better, but lithium batteries are becoming a huge waste challenge. The problem is that lithium batteries are usually disposed of and recycled, and the issue that we face is the way that they are made and put together is really difficult to then recycle them effectively and efficiently. So some of the problems that we find with conventional material recovery methods, the key one is that the material recovery rate is actually very low. And this is combined with the fact that lithium has a low market value, which makes the whole process very difficult. It's actually one of the biggest challenges faced by the recycling industry, as when batteries are designed and they're made and chemistries are improved, we're always looking to reduce the cost, and we reduce the cost by taking out many of the precious elements and the metals that are inside the battery. But by taking out these precious metals, we're actually making it more difficult for the recyclers to then actually make money on the recycling of the batteries and recovering these materials. It's really difficult and costly to do this, and it's not widely accessible. In Europe, there are just a handful of facilities that are capable of recycling lithium batteries. What's worse is that actually a lot of these batteries, there's nothing wrong with them. They're no longer fit for purpose for their first life, but they could be doing lots more. Oftentimes you have a battery pack, which is an array and assembly of many cells, and it could just be a few of these cells which are no longer good for their application. So how big is this lithium-ion battery problem? The market is growing at a phenomenal pace. Lithium batteries are now the energy storage medium of choice, and in the next 12 years we're expecting over a 1,000% increase in the value of this market on a global scale. This is insane, and it's largely driven by the automotive sector and the electronics sector. Everyone wants better batteries, they want better lithium storage. So how can the circular economy come in and help solve this challenge? Well, first we have to talk about what is the circular economy. The circular economy is this thought process where we want to reuse every single and extract all the value from components, products, whatever it is. And this applies to all industries. So typically you start with a product and it's used in its first life. At the end of its first life, it may no longer be fit for purpose, and it's then reprocessed and repurposed into different applications. This isn't new. This is done in a lot of industries. And it's really time to bring this to the battery industry as well. This is at some point in the life journey of these batteries, there will come a point where material recovery is needed, and ultimately we need to recover whatever metals we can. Lithium is a finite resource, and if we don't try and recover whatever materials we can, we're just going to end up in the same situation we're in now with the oil industry, where it's a finite resource, but we're so dependent on it, and it dwindles, and supply is far outstripped by the demand. So to illustrate how absurd the current model with batteries is, I like to use the analogy of the combustion vehicle. Imagine you're driving down the highway or a motorway, and something goes wrong with the vehicle that you use. We don't scrap the vehicle, we get that vehicle repaired. But we don't do this with lithium batteries. Lithium batteries are just thrown away regardless of how good the individual components are. This is something that ACELERON, the company that I co-founded, is trying to solve. We have developed this modular way of putting batteries together that makes them easy to take apart. We don't use permanent assembly methods, we strictly use methodology which is low tech, easy to take apart, easy to put together. And this is really important because it allows us to service these batteries and repair these batteries during their lifespan. So by having this serviceable battery pack that's simple to put together, easy to put together, we can replace the battery cells within the pack. So we can keep this battery in service a lot longer. We can also take those cells, which are no longer good for the first life, and we can take them and put them into applications in the second life. To give you an example, ACELERON now supplies battery packs for high power applications like quad bikes, electric quad bikes, and electric watercraft. And when those cells that we've supplied are no longer good for the watercraft or the quad bikes, they're perfectly fine for powering a house. So we take those cells, we put them into power houses, and we currently power houses in the Caribbean. And then from those houses, when those cells are no longer good, we can take them and put them into solar applications. And we do this now. We help to power solar agriculture, solar-powered appliances in East Africa. So you create this chain, stepping down the power demands, the requirements on the cells, so that we can effectively use and extract all of the value from these cells before they need to be sent for material recovery. So we can apply this circular economy thinking into a whole variety of different markets. We target the auxiliary powered segment. This is a growing segment. So if you're traveling on a bus or you're traveling in a coach and they have USB sockets for charging your phone or power sockets for your laptops, that's being powered by auxiliary batteries that are on board the vehicle. Lifting and handling power as well, home and business, and on-the-go power. And we can create this chain to enable the circular economy with these batteries to create this never-ending cascade of usefulness. So we can really extract all the value from these cells before they ultimately need to be sent for recycling. And that's where this continuous service model comes in. So what we do is we offer our customers first life power packs if they need the power, alongside a service plan. So we reuse the hardware where we can, and we replace with new cells, so they always have the latest chemistries, the latest power performance for their battery packs. But we take those packs and we put them into what we call X-Life. X-Life just means second life, third life, fourth life, whatever stage in the cycle it is, so that we can keep using those cells for as long as possible. The lithium revolution is here, and ACELERON will be the foundation of transforming the way we use power and enabling circular economy models to really bring this forward and to enable sustainability. So with that, thanks for listening, and I'm really happy to connect if anyone would like to talk about lithium batteries and the circular economy.